Jay Sexton's in for the outdoors, but is there more than meets the eye? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in, we got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you, and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's jump back on the moto merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly, only examine rainbows and sunshine and Ricky's Whole Shot Challenge Triumph giveaway bike.
No, someone's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts. We've got ruts to look through today. Chase Sexton, Kawasaki, welcome back to the swimming pool. Today we're going to take a deep dive and take a look at this one because this is kind of a polarizing story, to say the least. I mean, this is like really interesting, really, because, I mean, Kawasaki, after the George debacle, I mean, this was like the last thing. The very last thing they needed is to acquire somebody like Chase Sexton, a champion, one of, if not the most expensive rider to hire that was even available. I mean, if you really look at it, who's the highest paid riders in the sport? Clearly, Jet Lawrence capitalized massively, like a $40 million 5-year deal, which is just unheard of. It's the biggest payday of anybody. And then he promptly gets hurt, and Honda goes from, basically hero to zero right now. I mean, they're lights riders, Hymas, Joe gone. Hopefully they'll be back for the outdoors, and then Jet back for the outdoors. But they were relying on Hunter Lawrence, who was really kind of a package deal that I think they were forced to take Hunter, basically. And I think they did it basically for a PR move because it was the brothers, and it worked out great. It was a great acquisition, great hire. If it wasn't for Hunter, a Honda would be, riding around with maybe Grandpa Earl as a fill-in rider from complete hero to zero. And the fact that Hunter kept them relevant and in this championship, pretty significant blow to lose the championship the way he did, but still a massively successful season. I feel more bad for Hunter than I do for Honda at this point, but I'm not, feeling too bad because he's cashed in big time too. It's hard to feel too bad for somebody that's getting that rich. But the reality is this: Chase Sexton's contract wasn't $1 million, it wasn't $2 million, it was a multi-million-dollar deal and a 3-year deal. I mean, they went all in. And the funny thing is, because if it was up to Cowie, they would have been like, all right, we want to sign this guy, anybody, I don't care who it is, to a 1-year deal. That's what because why do you think these teams prefer to sign riders to a 1-year deal? Because it's gladiator games, blood sport. You're so lucky if you can keep a rider healthy for 1 year, much less 3. I mean, ask Honda. Jet Lawrence, 5-year deal, $40 million, guaranteed. And he's sidelined right now as we speak. And he's coming back injured. And, I've always said this. Once the financial incentive's been met, where's the real incentive after that? Other than because the big payday's already happened. After this, it's just a drop in the bucket for bonuses and race wins and whatever's in your contract that gets you paid. So other than that, his outside endorsements are more lucrative than any race win prize money that he gets from the team. Definitely from the industry. Industry isn't paying anything. It's all from the manufacturer. So when Chase Sexton, this is where I'm seeing it. We're going to cut over to the community page here in a minute. So if you're new, get subscribed. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, today. There's never been a more important time in moto history to get centered and surrounded like-minded moto people. We're Iron Can Sharpen Iron, and the only channel on YouTube that's inviting the real moto community, you guys, in to participate in this. And we asked it on the page, is Chase going to last even through the outdoors with Kawasaki? I mean, he is halfway through year 1, right? We still got to get through the outdoors and super duper playoffs. I mean, what's the odds? And he has communicated. Chase has, it's no secret that Chase says he has been more uncomfortable on this bike than he's ever been in his entire career. Do you think that's good for Kawasaki? It's not good. It is bad. He is more uncomfortable right now than he's ever been. And that is sketchy, my friends. So without further ado, let's jump over, take a look at some polling. Then we're going to meet back here and wrap it up. let's get started. Right, race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, throw on an open face, and pull a fresh chair off because the roost is about to fly. When asked on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, will Chase last the whole outdoors on the Kawasaki? After one day, over 1,200 votes, 51% said, nope, he ain't gonna last, Walty, while 49% said, yup, it's rainbows and sunshine for Chase and Kawasaki. Well, it's basically a coin toss. This thing could go either direction. Thanks to everybody who participated. Make sure you guys jump in and read the comments, but bring your tear-offs. The roast tends to fly. Now let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back, and there you go. Bing! Coin toss right now. It is a virtual coin toss. This thing could go either way. My opinion, in my humble opinion, Chase Sexton is one flat tire, one broken chain, one tip over away from potentially pulling the plug on this. Now, this is what if I were getting out the Moto crystal ball, this is what I see playing out. High probability, high percentage of likelihood. My guess is what's happened right now is Chase sat out a bunch of rounds when he could have raced, and he was having talks about getting out of this deal. But if you get into the comments of that polling, you'll see a lot of that being communicated as much. There's nowhere for him to go. His options are limited. And plus, even if he could orchestrate a move to any team he wanted, not just the Triumphs and the Ducatis or the people that are still looking to acquire that heavy hitter. And believe me, they were talking. They were talking because this is what Ducati and Triumph are waiting for. Someone like Chase to have a bad time at one of the major manufacturers and teams and be able to snatch him away and get that big name that they're looking for. Eventually, they're going to get him. They're going to get somebody. Maybe not Chase, but they'll get somebody at some point, more than likely, unless the series collapses on itself, which it could do based on everything that's happening right now because the Moto Swamp can't get out of its own way. They want to just throw more rules, regulations, and anything they can to try to control the sport. When we all know it's just extreme sports, right? There's no controlling extreme sports. It's an extreme sport. It's not a mainstream sport. Are they getting mainstream numbers? Yeah, close, but it's not a mainstream sport. It's not a ball sport. Here's the thing. Chase, he's admitted as such. And Kawasaki, Weimer, when he whistle blew him, pretty much communicated the same thing. When Weimer is at Cowie, they're like, this is the bike, bro. Ride it. That's all we can tell you is just ride the thing. Now, unfortunately for Kawasaki, because I think this is the biggest payday they've ever given anybody in the history of that team, is to Chase Sexton with this 3-year deal. They're now doing anything and everything they can to change that this is the bike, ride it mentality to we're willing to deviate and do what we can. Look at us over here hiring Chiz. Look at us over here trying to get suspension. Look at us over here putting 250 parts on the 450. Look at us over here now getting twisted development and doing the motor or whatever the case may be. This is something they would have never did. They're backed into a corner right now. And Chase has them backed in the corner because here's what Chase did. And this is going to lead us into final thoughts. So buckle up and strap in. Chase pretty much said, watch me stay home. Watch me stay home. I think he went to the track and or the test track or wherever, and Kawasaki pulled, this is the bike, bro. You got to ride it. We're limited on what we can do. And Chase is like, oh, yeah? Well, watch me stay home. And then he forced their hand to try to start to do what they could with the bike. But it got to the point where Chase was just like, you know what? I don't even care what you do to this bike. I'm not comfortable. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Chase Sexton, Kawasaki, welcome back to the swimming pool. Listen, here is the deal, my friends. This is what I see playing out with old Chase Sexton with our moto crystal ball. Chase Sexton is one flat tire, broken chain, or tip over away from going back home and sitting on the couch. But he's going to do it strategically unless there's another team that's willing to match the contract money that he would leave on the table, he is going to stay put. He is going to stay put, and if he's not comfortable on that bike, he's going to either fake an injury, have an injury, whatever he has to do to just collect as much of that guaranteed money as he can. I'm sure there's performance clauses in there and some sacrifices he would make financially, but I'm pretty sure that he could stay home and say, I can't ride right now, I'm hurt, and force Kawasaki to continue to pay him while he's at the couch. While he's on the couch. This is probably one of the biggest moments for Chase and Kawasaki leading into these outdoor nationals. If it even goes a little bit sideways, this could spell disaster for all involved. But that's why Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. Appreciate the content. I want to humbly ask you, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there. Search up Walty Wanders MX on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless. I'll see you on the next video.